Alright guys, welcome to the fourth part of this amazing coffee app that I'm building live for you. And so yeah, without a further ado and like all that shit, let's just get right into it. So now we have you know, we successfully click and get to our uh, coffee detail. So now we want to be able to order, right? So let's just get add set on click listener, view on click listener, and first of all the quantity view set text is going to be well, that's a bit challenging. Okay, let's just deal with that later. Okay, so the quantity is going to be incremented if we click on it. So mm, oh yeah, okay, this, or you can, this is like similar to this. Okay, oh, this is similar to that. So I'll just put a comment for those who, yeah, who don't know. Okay, so this goes like this, and let's put a limit here. If quantity is oh, how do I say this? Let's just put quantity is less than 10. So we can only order then we can say quantity view set text string dot value is quantity, and if I rerun the app and see what shows here, so and maybe put a toast message too. Else show a toast, you have reached the max quantity. Maybe we will see the toast message or not sometime on Android emulator. We don't see it. It just depends on the emulator that you are running. uh, okay, so let's just head to bubble tea, and oh wow, um this is a bit of a problem, I guess. How do I solve this? Quantity is less than mm, no. It's just if quantity is maybe let's try to check. We might just have to delete it later, but I'm just like for testing purposes, if something I can add a little bit of a validation, then that would be amazing. Okay, now there is another problem. Let's just get rid of this, and let's get rid of this too, and let's just try to first display our quantity. Okay, so now let's work on the decrement too. Okay, we need the sub. Okay, let's just get this and add subtract. Now here we need to do a little bit of work. If it's greater than 0, then only subtract. Otherwise, don't. Because if it's not, I'll try to let me make this work, and then I'll try to show you that like if this validation is not here, then what happens? Then the number goes into negative, but we don't want that. So yeah, this okay, another problem. Okay, just wait. Quantity. We'll figure that out shortly, because eventually the quantity is going to come from the Firebase. Yeah, this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay. Let's just not initialize it maybe. Now let's try. Quantity is maybe now this should work. Oh wow, this ain't working. Well, shit happens. Well, let's just close this for now, but I'll get back to you on this one, no worries. Okay, well, for now we have the numbers working. Okay, so once the quantity adds up, we need to display the price that is incrementing to. So let's just go in here and okay, if the quantity increases, just like no need for this, showing the price. So what we do here is let's take total price equal to 0 2, and come in here, and total price is equals to quantity multiplied by the price, and order info is going to have the text saying total prices and let's just go in here. Let's see how that works out for us. So okay, bubble tea. So total price is 50, total price is 100, total price is 150, 200, 5. Total price is 200. Okay, so decrement is working well. Okay, yeah, this was what we needed. Now obviously I have to stop that. Oh yeah, I know how to. Nothing in cart, and if quantity is greater than 10, that will not happen actually. Then like what should the can't order more than 9, quantity is less greater than. Okay, yeah, now it should work, hopefully. So this is what I was missing, that I was putting the operation within the condition, so that you shouldn't do. And let's just go, oh no, and we have to update the cart too, I guess. Update the cart, maybe. Guess this is needed. Let's try this now again. Okay, so well, yes. Okay, so now it's working. Can't order more than 10, but why is it showing 11? Quantity is 10, yeah. So we have solved the problem. Now we have a little bit of a validation also. So yeah, can't order more than 10. nothing in cart. Perfect. Okay, our cart is working, and now what do we need is the pricing is perfect, and we will create a collection. And how do I do this? Hmm, yeah, now we have to create a new collection where it puts everything into the cart. So maybe I can take a reference to save time from my GitHub repository, and we can see here what did I do. Like, I'm not going to copy paste, but I just want to see how I made like a, yeah, from here we had mm, no, product fragment, product detail. I guess this is the one then. Okay, did I receive? No. Yeah, detail fragment. Okay, here we are. Hmm. So we'll just create the quantity that we are going to update is in the same collection, I guess. The same collection, the quantity, and add to cart is something new. Okay, so the cart is going to be different, I guess. Hmm, how do I do this? Okay, let's just kind of finish this first. So product ID, yeah, this is the idea. So first of all, whenever you create a project, you have to do it on paper that, okay, what collections do I need? How do I, like, yeah, the model and everything. But since I have made this, but when I made shopping app, I've had the idea where I'm going to put, like, so this is the idea that I'm talking about is, so we are in bubble tea right now, right? We are in bubble tea. So what we want to happen is, in the bubble tea document we can update that, okay, how many bubble teas have we ordered. So I'll just go to Firestore quickly and add another field and call it quantity number 0, and all this I will add another field. So yeah, that was like a real smart uh, uh, like Firestore collection by me, that, like, okay, I made sure that the you might not understand this, but when you are implementing it, you might just get it, or maybe you have to do it on paper. It is normal that you don't get something in first attempt, but once we are clicking on the green tea document, then we have to update that how much green tea did we order, right? So therefore we need this additional field, and we can update it using Firestore method. Okay, so looks like all uh, is going to have it. And first of all, I'll just come and update my model here too. Okay, another int, and let's just remove this and recreate all this. So alt insert, and Okay, yeah, let's go back in here to our detail fragment. And what do we want is, so one more thing is that we need another thing is total price, I guess, maybe. Or we are not sending the total price here. We're just updating the, oh, where are the final price that we are displaying? Let's go to the cart. Yeah, it will be dealt in the final. Anyways, the scope of this is global, so we can use it anywhere. Okay, so first of all, let's try to update it when we order Firebase Firestore collection files. And now we are not going to update like whole collection, right? We are going to update the document that we are on. We are like, that is why we have the coffee ID. You understand? So we have this coffee ID, and now update the field is that we want to update is quantity and quantity. Add on complete listener. Okay. Okay, so let's just do the same step below here, and now I'll show you what just happened. Updating values in the cart. Oh, in the updating quantity. So now if you are following me, I haven't done anything complicated. So what I have done is that whatever the quantity is, we are using the coffee ID to know which coffee that we are ordering, to update that, and it changes right away. So you see here, we'll go to our Fire store, and we'll just click on bubble tea. So now I hope, yeah, you see that? So this only gets updated, the other ones are not getting updated. And now if I see here, we'll just go back and go to black tea and add maybe 3 here. So you see that is getting updated, but I'll just increase the number so it's not identical. So now here is 4 in black tea, but here is 3, because what we have done is we have only like updated using the document ID. So that is perfect, going great. Okay, now what have we got? Now what we will do is, first of all, so now if I go back, you will see one error. I go back and come back to black tea, it's 0. But if I click, it comes back. But why is that? Because this value is not being displayed from the Firestore. It is not displaying the value of the Firestore. It is displaying the value that we increment here locally. So first of all, we need to get this value from the Firestore. So Firestore collection, then again that weird name that I gave, cofiles, and now not all collection but the ID, and we are going to get add snapshot listener document snapshot, and here what we are going to do is snapshot listener is for when we want to see the change right away, but dot get and add that I have done here is for when you are not seeing the change right away, when you are like, when there is something present and it does not need to be refreshed. So for example, this list that we have does not need to be refreshed always, right? Because it's already there. But for example, if I make a change, I want this number to be like updated right away, right? I wanted to see it right away. But locally we can, like we have done, but we want this value to come from the Firestore because we want to show the recent value, whatever the order is. I'll just increase it for a while. We want it to show this quantity value like it is showing. Let's say one more demonstration. Okay, so once I go here, now you will understand it better. This shows the bubble tea from here, but this does not show the quantity here. The quantity was 3, right? Unless we have ordered already and the quantity is reset. So that is why we have to do this. I hope you understood that well. And okay, so let's bring in our model value to object class. Okay, now what do we got? We got quantity coffee model get quantity and quantity view set text string dot value because we cannot display an integer directly. And now this is fetching the recent quantity in Firestore and displaying it. So now before we were getting this quantity and incrementing it, but now when as soon as the activity is created, it is going to show us the recent value. Now without having to increment it, if we go in here, we see the value is already there because it's here, right? Let me change it to 4. I go back and I come back 4. Understood? This is what I was trying to do. Okay. Now, okay, and one more thing is the price. Okay, the price also has to be there, but should I make uh, one mm, maybe let's just add this add this too. So maybe we'll just, yeah. So once we come back, the information was incomplete, but okay, let's just uncheck that. So the cart is working well. Yep, that's what we needed. Okay, 0, 1, 50. We come back 50. Okay, so our cart is working, and now what we need is order. So let's work on this button now. I will try to, oh my god, this is like huge, and I'll just close this to, like, you know. Okay, the order button. Set on click listener, view on click listener. Place order or add to cart, let's call it, because I want to do it separately. So okay, yeah, here we are. And okay, so the approach that I had used in this, this is something that I have to look into. So if the quantity is 0, then what do we want is nav controller navigate RID all the coffee detail from, okay, yeah. You did not order what we did not order. We can say this coffee. So let's just see. But else if the quantity is if the quantity else if the quantity is greater than 0, or say quantity is not 0, just hold on guys, call a text. Okay, if the quantity is not 0, then what happens is then send send the total price and everything to the cart, right? So that I will implement later, but I just want to show you guys this, that this button should take us to our all coffee fragment, right? And so I'll just make it 0. Okay, you did not order, and maybe I guess there is a mistake, or hmm, hmm, or maybe I forgot to do string. Yeah, so I would rather suggest that if you haven't ordered anything, you come back like this. But let's say, just for the validation purposes, if you are going to come back by this, then it shows you did not order. And I don't know, like, why is it like giving me this weird text view material text? Okay, oh, maybe I'm putting the, yeah, that was wrong. I was putting the text view there. So yeah, if you come back, obviously if you have no order, then why would you press that button? But just for the sake of validation, I just put that let's say is there. So then you did not order bubble tea, right? So yeah, we needed that. Okay, other than that, if the quantity is, then we continue, right? So then we create a new collection in which we pass, okay, okay, hash map put uh, coffee name, the coffee that we have ordered, hash map the quantity, hash map total price, hash map coffee ID. Maybe we would need this, but I'm just putting it right there. Hash map description. We don't need this, but I'm just like doing it anyway. Okay, so what did I image URL? Yeah, we need image URL. Okay, I see. Let's just maybe try to use the same parameters. So, or maybe let's just create a new one. Okay, this happens, and then what happens is, okay, Firestore Firestore collection, we name it cart. And if you would implement, like, the validation, like the login and stuff, then maybe you should definitely watch this video shopping, because I have done the validation and then therefore there is a user ID and everything. But I'm trying to keep it simple. Cart, and document name should be the coffee name, and we will set the hash map here, add on complete listener. And if task is okay, wait, yeah, I was passing. I'm just going to make sure that I don't end up passing the views here. Instead, I need the strings or whatever, like the integers, right? So if task is successful, toast added to cart. And if you want to make it a little bit fancier, since we are at it, I'll just add a progress dialog too. I shouldn't, but for the love of it, pd new progress dialog, get context. These things like look really intimidating, but if you try starting using it a little bit, that message adding to cart, pd.show only displays if it's done. And what happens then, nav controller, and now we want to send the values, like send these values to the cart, right? So first of all, I'll just restart the app and try this and see what do we get in Firestore. So maybe I'll just open the Firestore also for you to see. Now go into bubble tea, and oh sorry, I'm decrementing it. 3 order and add it to cart. The reason it did not went to cart, the all detail fragment, is because I did not set it. But if I refresh, then there should be a collection saying cart bubble tea, right? So this is good. Let's add something more to our cart too. Black tea, black tea, classic tea, classic tea, green tea, green tea. Okay, lovely. And now we have the quantities, we have the names, we have what is the ID, and see, each is having a unique ID from here. So now here what we need to do is, okay, so we have to send these values. New collection for card. Why do we need this collection? We need this collection because just like we have this collection and we can display it, we are creating this collection. This collection was created by like dummy data by us, but now once we add the values in card, so we are creating this collection and we will use the same like model and we'll attach it to adapter and display it. You get it? Okay, so we are sending these values to, what are we sending? I guess we should only send the number. Did I send the number or the quantity only? So yeah, I only sent the quantity to the cart, because now we are somewhere in the middle, and once I like put the quantity, right, I put the quantity, I come back in here, I want to display that number. So just like I go into this from one fragment to another fragment, I send the values arguments here and display it here. I'm going back, so I will take this value and display it on top of that. So lovely. And I would just go nav graph and just split it maybe, and try to add like a argument. I guess this is not the way to add it. You should like do it from here. uh, this is the sending uh, what I am doing. This is the receiving one, so yeah, let's just, I'll not copy paste it, let's just like I'll add it here. Coffee, what is the name, quantity maybe, yeah, integer. Oh wow. So let's just rebuild the project. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, like in Android Studio, it used to be like showing us here whenever we rebuild the project. So it was very easier for me to, you know, go and see if the methods, the all action method has been built or not. But now it's not here. So uh, maybe we can just, you know, do the steps right in order to assume that everything is going well. Okay, so the build is finished, and what we need to do is we will head over to our detail fragment. This is the main fragment of this, you know, and can I see the, oh yeah, it does not show me the progress dialog, I guess. And why is that? Maybe because this emulator does not support it. I'll just get rid of this, and this is just extra shit, but you should try that. You should definitely try that. Anyways, okay, so what we have is like add in cart, and once that is done, we'll do coffee detail fragment directions, action, coffee detail direction. Action is only one because from this path we are only going to our uh, all fragment. Okay, so we are just going to add that, and action is taking the value quantity, and now we will just go nav controller navigate action, and this will show us added to cart. So I'll just refresh it. Yeah, this is going well, guys. I know this tutorial is long, but it's definitely going to be worth it. I can tell you that. Okay, so we're back, and okay, so I ordered this. Okay, so now it is taking me to, I'll just order it once again. I want to see. Okay, add it to cart. That toast message is there. And I think we are done with the, how do I say it? With the uh, like the detail fragment where we place the order. So I think this is it for this tutorial. Subscribe, and if there are questions, just let me know. And now what we will do is, since we have already the value in this fragment, we are going to display it here. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one.